Good morning from sunny Kew. That's how the Saturday's beginning. It's pretty good. We're going to go get a fry up from the other side of the bridge whilst everyone else is buying their pastries.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Back in the gardens. It's quite nice, the sun's been out. But it's still a lot warmer in here. Good morning, happy Monday and all that. I am just about to pop out for a walk because, well, look. It's very blue. Or white, depending on how bad the exposure is. Yes. And I've just made some bread, which I actually put together last night and put it in the fridge. It rose so much, it kind of took over the fridge. So, anyway, small first world problems. So I'm going to pop out now. And then this afternoon, I've got to get to grips with a few things because tomorrow I am at Saatchi again. And then I have RHP things in the evening. And then I've got more RHP things on Thursday and global things on Friday, which only leaves me Wednesday. And I'm trying to price up some possible jobs for other people at that point. And it's March at the end of this week. How the hell did that happen? Oh well. It's going well. It's unbelievably spring-like and warm. I'm quite shocked. I don't need as many layers as I have on. I was expecting, what we've had the last couple of days, where it looks like it's spring, but it feels like winter when you go out. The birds are singing, the sun is out. It's absolutely awesome. It's amazing. Let's go and check out the gardens. Look, blossom. Full on springness. It's actually quite warm. By that I mean it's 14 degrees, which is the first time in about 3 months that it's been this temperature. You really don't need a jacket in February in England. Amazing. Anyway, still in the gardens. We'll do a quick round trip and then I had to buy something because I didn't have any breakfast, which is stupid because I made bread deliberately and then got carried away with work, so I haven't eaten, which is a bit dumb. So we need to rectify that as soon as. This is what you missed at the weekend when I didn't get the camera out. See lots of crocuses and daffodils and whatnot all together. It's good, isn't it? There's my favourite building in the world that I've never been up. Pagoda. Can't go up it, unfortunately. It opened very briefly a couple of years back for about 6 weeks. Limited sort of affair when you had to buy tickets and whatnot, but they since closed it because there's only one staircase up, so it's the same way up as down, which means you can only let people up in very small groups. Bit of a fire hazard, and the place needs renovation quite badly. It's a bit of a shame. I really hope they manage to raise some money and do that because it would be awesome. Let's check out the glade. Now, there's rather a lot of potential croci. I've got to be careful not to step on here. This will be an amazing carpet in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, oh, that's a bit of a branch loss. Let's have a look what's going on in here. It's just still such a wonderful place, it's ever so calming. There's a few more flowering things begin to spring up, as you can see. Still in winter recovery mode, I think. But it's lovely in the sun. Somebody's moved the benches. How dare they? So that's the Goodson bench, hence Goodson Glade as a progress. And this is, I'm not sure how I feel about this bench being moved. I guess I'm just going to live with it. This really is one of the most peaceful spots in the known universe. It's ever so wonderful, and in the sun it's lovely, and that's presumably why they've moved the bench to get a bit more sunshine. Because it's quite nice behind me if you look. See, sunny everywhere. Yeah, it's lovely in here, and almost nobody ever comes in. So feel free to visit if you want. If you come in Line Gate from Kew Gardens and go straight on, straight ahead until you cross a little road and a little entrance coming in from the left. Then go about another 20 metres straight ahead, and then on your left there's a little opening in the space, and then there's a big beech tree, and you go under that and you're here. Simple as that. In all honesty, it's almost more like summer than spring. I mean, obviously the flowers are out and what have you. And yeah, temperature wise, it's probably 20 degrees plus in February. Amazing. It's beautiful, and you can smell everything. Makes you want to go on holiday. Carpets are pink. Some of them are just nearing the end of their life over here, actually. Very beautiful. And I know it's strange that it being lovely here makes me want to go on holiday. Rather fast tide exit at the moment. Anyway, that's enough of Q for the time being. Back to the Batcave for some work. Good morning. I'm off to work, and as you can see, I'm wearing my Ghostbusters 2 hoodie in honour of Harold Ramis, who died yesterday, writer and star of both Ghostbusters, as well as Animal House and Groundhog Day and all sorts. So I felt this was a fitting tribute. So this is today's audio editing fun. So that's the last day in Golden Square for a while, until that presentation actually happens and we work out whether what we were working on can actually go ahead. I think my work there is temporarily complete. That's all good. I've got to go from here now to Teddington because we've got an RHP audit committee meeting. Fun. Good afternoon. Just barely. It is Wednesday and the sun is coming out sporadically, so it's time for a walk. More blossoms. You can actually smell it now. Pollen in the air. Nice for me, not so nice if you have hay fever. So you can see the crocuses by the Victoria Gate out in full, and so they are along here. It's a fantastic mix of purple and white, and every now and again you get one golden crocus, as you can see over there. Very special, especially in the sun. So I've got another RHP meeting on Thursday. Yesterday's was fascinating as always. It is by far the best job I've ever had and the lowest paid, so work that out. But it's great, so more reading to do today. It's slightly peculiar weather today. We've had a fair bit of sun, the sun's out again, and just huge showers, very odd. It feels like April. I thought we were a month ahead, maybe we're more like 6 weeks ahead. Anyway, it's now quite warm. I'm wearing all black again, but it's quite hot in the sun. Very confusing weather. Oh well. It's better than grey and miserableness. 4 seasons in one day. That's what Britain's all about, isn't it? Welcome to the library. So this morning I've got to carry on reading my board papers for Co-op Homes. So I've got Co-op Homes board meeting tonight. Co-op Homes is a subsidiary of RHP, where I sit on the board there, and I've been nominated to sit on the board of Co-op Homes as well. So I'm playing catch up a bit because I know not a huge amount about housing cooperatives, and I'm reading a board report about a company that deals with housing cooperatives, owns some and sells services to others. So my brain is slowly melting. But as long as the weather is not terrible, I think I should probably go for a quick walk first, and then we'll be back in Teddington this evening for more board meetings. This week seems to have been slightly board crazy, but I'm sure it'll settle down after got one more meeting next week and then a board meeting 2 weeks from now. So yeah, it's going well. More gratuitous spring. See, narcissi and crocuses. These are all fruit trees of some variety. I think they might be cherries, so they will blossom at some point, but they are a little behind the flowers. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've just come out of hibernation. Always happens towards the end of February, because the early nights in November, December, January, February are just so depressing that this is the first point of the year where you think, oh my god, the sun doesn't set till nearly 6 o'clock. Well, 20 to 6, but still, that's a hell of a lot better than it's been since October. So it finally feels like you actually have a whole day to do something. So it's much nicer, to be honest. And because this year spring is so early and everything's sprouting up, it feels almost like April, to be honest. So it's very nice, that's what I'm getting at. And it's another reason to be joyous. So there you go, enjoy. So the river today is very still, apart from the wind. It feels almost more like a lake. I presume that's because it's high tide, but the Thames barrier is closed, as it has been for quite a while, so the water isn't going anywhere really, it's just sitting there. It's a bit odd, particularly odd for the seagulls that are used to sort of a whitewater rafting affair, and now they're just sort of going nowhere. Good morning. So I had my first Co-op Homes board meeting yesterday. A very different affair to the RHP one. Without getting into the politics of why I think that it could be more difficult, just to say there's work that needs to be done, and still a surprisingly large board, but that's obviously the nature of having representatives from various co-ops. Anyway, moving on. Money saving tip here, brought to you, actually stolen from a money saving expert, but I thought I'd pass it on because it's a good tip. That's the place to get good tips, not me, incidentally. If you're going on holiday, as I am in 4.5 weeks, I don't know if I mentioned that about 1,000 times, and you intend to use a credit card out there, it's worth having a credit card that doesn't charge you fees every time there's a money exchange, essentially. So when you're purchasing in another currency. At the moment, what deal out there is the Halifax Clarity Card, which I've got, but that doesn't necessarily mean that'll be the best deal in a week or so. In fact, by the time you watch this, it might not be, so you need to check. So I applied for Halifax Card, never banked with Lloyds before, and I have to say so far the experience has been unbearable, so that's good. I just boggles the mind the way that some of these large banks deal with customers. It's such a hoop jumping exercise, it's unreal. I just wanted to activate my card. In doing that, I had to ended up having to reset my password because I've only logged in once, and that was 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't remember my memorable information, so I thought I'd reset it. Did that, went through the phony thing, automated service, you put a number. Then it tells you have to ring them, so I ring them, and they say, oh yes, well we can't actually do this unless you have telephone banking set up. So now I have to set up telephone banking, which means they have to send me another thing in the post, and that takes another 3 to 5 days, just so I can activate a credit card. Isn't that brilliant? Well done, Lloyds. Everyone should get a bonus for that, that's my feeling. Anyway, I'm off to Global now to deal with hopefully lesser problems. Had a really fun night out tonight with Simon and Unshin at Preto, which is an all-you-can-eat Brazilian restaurant in Wimbledon. It was awesome, and now I am so full that I might die. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.